Oh my God. Did you hear?
Hey guys, welcome back to Crude&Unhinged, the podcast.
Claps, claps, claps.
We're very happy to announce that this is our episode 10th episode, and we're just so happy to be here. As you can see, we've changed our dynamic a little bit.
The
So
setup is a bit
the
different.
setup is a bit different, but everything for you guys.
We're more official.
Yes. And remember, I am Lorraine.com, your host. Then we have
Gus Vasquez.
And P.I.C.
Cool.
And that's it, guys. That's all right.
That's it.
And that was the episode for today. Kidding, guys. Before we start, we want to thank everybody for tuning in as always. And we ask that you don't forget to subscribe and give us a like, leave us your comment so that we can know what's going through your head while you watch us talk shit. Anyways, what's up, Gus? What's going on? How do you feel? How do you feel today?
I
How do you feel
noticed
right
that-
now in this very moment?
I don't know how to explain how I feel.
I don't know how to feel.
I don't know how
Hungover.
I feel. No, parece?
No,
I'm
but
not
No
hungover.
creo.
but I heard from las malas lenguas que andas hungover.
¿Quién dijo?
Ay, pues ya sabes.
To you?
I
Eh.
mean,
Yo ni
like-
cuenta. Yo no lo he visto.
And then you go-
I haven't even seen
And
them.
then, and then you go into my story and you see, oh, my code.
Dude, that's what Maite was telling me. She's like, you didn't see his post? He's here? Is he alive? And I'm like, well, what went on yesterday? I fell asleep. Yo ni
It was my
cuenta.
mom's birthday party.
Oh,
And I made it
nice
my...
invite.
Shout out
I did
to
it-
your mom.
I did it my birthday.
Of course. When does that fail?
No, but
Never.
I got here y lo él así como
I made it for
fresco como
myself.
una lechuga.
Mhm, I know.
Like, oh,
And then he was all
thanks.
mad this morning because he's like, okay, I have more time to rest. And yo, be here at this time.
Oh yeah, she said be here at 9 on Friday, and then during the group chat she was like, oh, be here between 9 or 10. So I was like, okay, I'll be there at 9:30.
Sí, ya se había dormido. He had
why?
gone back to sleep.
No,
Gus is like, okay,
oh.
10 it is.
You know, like, keep going at it. I'll be there at 11. No, but in all honesty, I feel good. I do see I have some bruises in my arms. Me pega.
Dude, I was
Let me
looking at a
see.
podcast the last time. Y estaba saliendo como que they were interviewing un brujo.
Mhm.
And he was explaining how, like, if you have brujeria on you, that one of the signs is waking up with bruises on your body.
Here we go. Here we go.
No, but this is for pole dance. No, this from the pole dancing we did.
Pole
Oh,
dancing.
oh.
Oh, okay, okay.
You have a new career
That's an immature
choice?
path in case all this fails.
Changed.
I
How did
already
that
started.
go? How did that go, by the way? I
was
missed
good.
it.
We're gonna post a video here of how it went.
Yeah. Insert.
Insert video right here.
Oh yeah, we've shout out to the Firehouse Fitness Studio. We've been going. Twice.
It was fun. No, but
Can
it-
count a handful of times I've been there.
literally with one hand, 2 fingers.
And Nicole has been inviting us. So we've made we've been going and it's been fun. It's really hard.
It's very hard. I
Did
mean,
you guys,
I'm not
are you
saying
guys
like.
gonna subscribe? Like, are you gonna?
mm,
I don't think so.
I don't know
I don't
about all
think I have the
that.
money. You know, like, cause I think per class is like $25, something like that.
Let me
so-
ask you something. If it was given to you for free, would you go?
Yes, of course. I loved it. I feel like I was doing like I feel like I was living my dream life. There.
I
wasn't
was born to
I?
do this.
All right,
Yeah.
all
Wasn't
right.
I?
I need
He
to
was-
see some footage.
He didn't know how to act.
I did not know how to act with that pole.
Oye, colgado, patas para arriba.
I did do that. I did do that.
I
I
swear to
did.
God.
We're gonna put that video right here. Also.
Okay. So today's podcast is gonna be called Gus's new.
Pole dancing.
That's
Gus,
it.
you already have like 5 jobs. Like, imagine having
Imagine.
a 6th one at ¿cómo se llama? Chicas locas.
Imagine. You know, like
Okay, what would be your
Gus,
stage name?
Pista 6.
What would be your stage name? Honestly.
Y él baila así.
¿Quiere que lo baile?
Eh. But wait, okay.
Stage name.
If you guys got a job as a stripper, what would be your stage name?
My alter ego is Pablo.
I
Ew.
That's my alter ego.
Okay.
Okay, what
It
song?
is.
What song would be your entrance song when they
It's
present Pablo?
I see red.
All right, that's a cool song.
From
We danced to
365?
that one.
No me la sé, no me la sé.
It's
See
from,
that you probably do, you just haven't heard it.
it's
But
a movie, 365.
A ver. What is it? Bueno, a ver.
no,
What would,
sí,
be,
ahorita.
what would be yours, Lorraine?
So my I don't know the name. I don't know. I would have to come back to that one. But if
Ivana.
Ivana hump a lot.
Oh, behave.
It worked out.
The stripper song would be Death Leopard. Obviously the one that everybody chooses.
I've never heard that song.
Yes,
in my
that
life.
one. What's the name of it? Pour some sugar on me.
I know.
Ay, tú aburrido tú con tu slow ass song.
No, la mía está más,
No.
más perrona.
Okay, pues qué bueno. What about you, PIC?
The problem is I do not know the names of the songs.
Hum it.
Or dance
Sing
to
it. Or sing it.
I would choose a name like very exotic name like Estrella Diamante.
Ah,
I feel like she thought about this for a very long time. And she's like, this is my
Since the
moment.
first class that we went to.
It's like, this is my moment.
You're like, you go in that door and Estrella Diamante comes out.
I feel like it's a very long name. So you choose Estrella or Diamante?
Pues es que depende cómo me levante
What about
ese
we?
día.
You could be
Sí, I can.
Estrella Fugaz.
Star Diamante.
Oh.
Diamond Star.
It's too long.
Sí.
It's either star or diamond.
People want updates. Our crude crew, one of our members asked, "What was up with the story that you told us on episode 7?"
Yes,
You know what? I feel
that-
like it's gonna be very disappointing. Don't even
So
say
nothing
anything.
juicy.
Oh, wait, just to give
No.
a little feedback for anybody that might have missed episode 7.
Okay,
We're talking
yeah.
about
So go back to episode 7 and then come back to this one.
I mean, if you want the full story, yes, that's what we would
Okay,
suggest.
okay.
But to give a little like synopsis of it,
Basically, it was a friend who, I mean, they've been friends for a while, and then one of them is gay, the other one has their boyfriend now, husband to be.
because he
Fiancé.
proposed.
Fiancé.
He proposed.
He proposed. So we were at a party, and then they were dancing, and then the friend did like this movement,
inappropriate.
movement for his liking, for the boyfriend's liking. And then fast forward to the Bella de Mano, the friend was
the friend
not
wasn't
invited.
invited to the.
Because
And this is
of-
supposed to be like a good friend.
And then, this is a good friend and everything. So updates on all that. Basically, they're good. I mean, they talked about it and they just went on with their lives. But I was asking the guy. I was like, you don't feel this type of way,
Like, is there some awkwardness in
Uh-huh,
between, or
and
do you
she's-
feel like there's gaps? Like, has she been having any
No.
events,
Mhm.
or they're just haven't come up yet?
I seen that whenever they're like on FaceTime, he'll be saying comments like, "Oh, like is
so and so.
so and so there," or no, not even that. It's like, "Oh, have you guys done this? Have you done?" And then it's always her answering, but he never.
Also,
goes
he's
into
not
the-
part of the conversation,
Uh-huh.
but you
It-
know he's
but-
there.
He's
but even-
FaceTiming them too, so it's like a 3-way.
No.
no,
I
like
was like toxic.
No.
Toxic
no, like
behavior.
him being in the background, no, with
Yeah,
her maybe
uh-huh.
since they're FaceTiming.
And they'll make conversation, and like if we're on FaceTime and then PIC is with me, like she'll jump in and being like, "Oh yeah, we're doing this and that."
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
But he avoids that.
He avoids that at all costs.
So she'll
Yeah.
just be the one like giving.
But then
the
he does make comments of like small remarks, and so I'm like me in the background. That's why they did that to you.
Now, is she making like wedding arrangements and he's been a part of it?
Yeah, of everything.
Really? ¿Va a salir va a ser dama or damo?
Well, apparently,
Or damo, something. Groomsman o como?
It's a
I don't know. Like he's gonna be part of the court.
He's going to be
Okay.
part of it? Well, because financially they need him, right?
He's not gonna-
No,
he's not gonna pay for anything.
Well,
Not on
I'll
my
make
watch.
sure of that.
I'll make sure
no,
of
but
that.
look, we gotta give her the benefit of that because then maybe it's that she set her. I mean, which is good, which is what we had talked about last time. Like, is she gonna set her foot down, or is she gonna let the guy just dictate who's gonna be part of her life or
Right.
not? So,
Okay,
I
we'll
mean,
give her that.
if she's bringing him into the loop, then it means that she's doing the right thing because that way he knows that hey, he's gonna be around no matter what you say. I guess the other instance was just that she wasn't a part of it because it was a surprise for her. But hopefully that marks the way too.
The husband, the wife to be. I don't think they talk about these things. I don't.
Mhm.
I think
Okay,
they
but-
just left it as is and
Okay,
moved on.
great
I think that's what
comment.
they did.
But is a relationship or a marriage supposed to be based off of that? Why wouldn't you talk about such a big
Well, I
thing
guess,
going on
I
in
guess
your
let's
life?
just hope that it doesn't become a problem in the future because, yeah, obviously it needs to be talked about, addressed. It was addressed, and hopefully, if going forward they've reached that
True.
agreement, then
Plus,
okay.
we
But
can't be
But
100% sure that they haven't talked about it
Yeah,
in the,
true.
in the
I think
behind the
Right,
scenes.
I
or
right.
think
whatever.
just the vibe I get whenever like they're talking, I just yeah, it's
Hmm.
not there. Like
Well,
he feels like it's a broken friendship now, and
really?
I feel like whenever they're talking, it does feel like a broken friendship.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Or
that's
maybe
that's what I'm getting
that's
from
your
like
vibe.
that.
That's
That's
your
the
vibe.
vibe. Yeah,
Okay.
a little damaged, a little
yeah.
damaged at
Yeah,
least.
it's hard to come back from that. But who knows?
Tarnished.
Maybe, like I said, throughout the wedding, it's a long road through the arrangements, and maybe they can bond it again, piece it together. Hopefully.
And also,
True.
I don't know why people decide to get married around my birthday. Why?
Here we go.
Here we
Why
go
are they gonna
again.
get married
One
around
of
your
them.
birthday?
So one of our friends got married on the 30th, my birthday, literally, and then this party is happening on the 2nd of August,
Like right
the weekend
after.
of my
So okay,
of my
so everyone's
birthday.
supposed to put their life on hold for what, about a month around your birthday?
Bitch, my birthday has been my birthday has been around for
Bueno,
almost
nomás
for
para
30
saber,
years.
nomás para saber for
Sí, sí,
future.
para no hacer planes en el futuro.
We don't
Oh,
wanna
yeah.
we don't wanna ruin this friendship. Now we're
Okay,
scared.
fine. So whenever it's your birthday, I'll be like, you
I
know
don't
what, I
want-
can go.
Oh, hell no, bitch. Se voy y te saco de
¿verdad?
las greñas.
Bueno,
Híjola.
Estás
Arrastrada.
porque arrastrada.
sorry.
Arrastrada segura.
En cajuela.
Okay, we'll be back. We'll visit this again in July when it's my birthday and all.
We'll see what happens.
All right.
I'm actually. Oh, never
We're
mind.
supposed to be in Vegas, aren't we? Oh, is that canceled?
For me, it is.
Oh, okay.
For unforeseen
Híjola, ya estuvo.
reasons.
For 9 months?
No.
Is it something you want to tell us?
Iloyo, what's in this? That was the update that people were asking
Yeah.
for.
I feel like it wasn't the update people wanted.
It wasn't the juiciest.
Yeah, uh-huh.
But that's okay because this
we
segment is our chisme hour. So if you guys have any chismes that you want to talk about, you can stay anonymous or you can come and sit here with us. You choose the struggle. That's why nobody wants to do it.
And then we wonder why we have no guests.
But we today we have
None.
Casper
But
the
it's
friendly
okay.
ghost.
It's okay. We're still gonna talk shit anyway.
Yeah.
Even though you're here.
Yeah, we can literally just say anything and then we'll start. Maybe I should start saying that too. Oh, I used to be
I was like-
single. I used to be. Now I'm happily married.
You're
Sorry,
manifesting.
I'm
it.
manifesting into the universe.
And what's the time frame for this?
There's no time frame. I could be getting married when I'm like 50, 60, si Dios quiere.
I know.
Si Dios quiere.
Gotta be like,
Y luego you're like, si Dios quiere, y luego Dios. No quiero.
not today, baby girl.
Don't bring me into this.
A mí no me metan en esto. We've had a few people send in their stories, so we don't want to talk about all of them at the same time. So we have like a wheel of chisme, and then we'll just pick out whatever comes out.
But you do have a particular chisme that we wanted to talk about.
Actually, this story is what inspired the wheel
Okay.
because we have so many people sending in their stories.
So many, like it's hard to choose
We
from.
can count them in
so
one
many.
hand.
If you don't hear your story today, well, on the next
Make sure you
episode,
stay tuned for the next one, okay?
maybe you'll be featured.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so I had a member tell us a story about how she's in love with her brother-in-law.
Wow.
Dios
Isn't that
santo.
crazy?
Okay, but she really
The title had to be like suspenseful.
But she is in love with him?
I think it's more of an infatuation or maybe like a thrill-seeking situation. Oh, let me tell you the whole story and how it goes.
Yeah.
From the start. This person has been dating their significant other for about, I'm gonna say, I think about like 12 years. They've been
Dating?
together.
Not married?
They're not married, but they have like assets together, and they live together.
Okay.
It's a whole situation.
Right.
Like they've
So
been
they're
together.
technically like a marriage.
Married, I would
Okay.
say, yeah, not
Yeah, but
like
at
by.
some point you can just leave and like nothing.
Well, in
Well,
Texas, it's
yeah.
common law.
Yeah, so there's
So
the
It
common law.
depends. It depends if they file taxes together. If they do,
Yeah,
then
let me see
yes.
your taxes. Okay, but regardless, 12 years is a very long
it's
time.
a commitment for sure.
I thought you were going to say like a few months, and then she realized she had a brother, and all of a sudden she can't decide which one.
She's like,
Oh,
"Fuck,
I
I
wish
got
you.
the ugly one.
You should have showed me your brothers before.
Uh-huh. So for 12 years, this has been going on though?
Well, no,
Or-
it has.
Oh,
It's
okay.
recent. I'm
okay,
gonna say
sorry,
maybe like
continue.
within the past months, maybe a year.
Okay.
And so, but the thing is that, obviously they have like family functions together and stuff like that. So they have like Christmas or Easter or things like that, and they get together, right?
Mhm.
So she says that there's a tension between them, and it starts as him making fun of her, but
Like in a
then,
flirty way.
¿cómo?
Like in a flirty way.
In a flirty way. It's more than just like laughing together and stuff like that.
Right.
So she says that maybe after like 4 months, he added her on Instagram. And then through Instagram, they're always liking each other's posts and stuff like that. So she says she purposely does things like post or,
Like she's found queriendo llamar la atención.
yeah, she
de-
wants to get his attention.
Oh my
And
God.
and she's like, I'm aware I'm a piece of shit. I don't know if she said that. She's like, I'm aware of a
That is
bad
not
person.
right.
That is
Okay.
not right. So technically she's not asking for any advice. And we're not going to give it because I know it's wrong. We're just kind of telling you guys the
mean-
chisme.
But okay. Does the
Define
significant other
wrong.
know that they communicate? Like,
I think initially, yes, but it's all very like, oh, my brother-in-law,
Very
my
subtle.
brother-in-law. Uh-huh.
so he's never really seen. Well, I mean, what kind of conversations are they having?
Initially, it started like they have the same likes in topics like
So basically, they're getting to know each other, and she's realizing that there might be something there.
kind of, yeah. Because they do have a lot of things in common. And she did mention that that's one of the things that like,
Pero for 12 years, she didn't know this?
well, the thing is that he hasn't been necessarily in their life for
Oh,
12
like in the
years.
picture?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So it's just as of recent. And obviously he does things that now, like, I don't know if she's needing that attention,
Maybe.
because
Uh-huh.
I do wonder, is that attention that she's not getting at home
Right.
or something? She did mention, because I did ask, I said, maybe you're just like searching for a thrill, something
Which,
fun.
okay, I get, pero now with the brother.
¿De qué te ríes tú? Yeah.
I feel like it's just like we need to know like the whole story, Does the brother have anyone?
Yes.
Oh,
He's
so
dating somebody?
they're both with someone.
Oh
and
my God.
I think it's just a thrill andan embarranos.
like a.
Embarranitos. Sí, andan
Is
embarranos.
what's it called? The adrenaline.
Like a
Like
thrill,
a-
right?
yeah.
Like something exciting.
Like-
And that's what I said. I said, maybe you're just like, because I do ask questions.
Yeah.
And
you?
yes, but not the right ones, apparently.
But don't keep it in the family. Like, I mean, I know she's not asking.
Just
I'm
ask it.
telling you, bitch. Let's be smarter. Don't be
Nada más-
sloppy with your words.
Nada más son ellos, like the husband and not the husband.
Yeah, they don't
but
have kids or
they
anything.
don't have kids or anything like that.
I think I'll keep this one out so that people don't know. Like,
Okay.
I'm sure nobody's
Okay.
gonna know, but we'll just leave
I
it.
mean,
alone.
regardless
if
though.
there was kids or not. I mean,
It's
Yeah.
I will say this.
say-
It's a pretty good, like, they're committed for sure.
committed to cheating.
Committing to my mother.
Okay. Has he ever cheated on her? And maybe like you think that's why?
Maybe.
Has she ever told you?
I know she says that as far as she knows, that's never happened under her watch.
Okay, so she.
But who knows? Maybe she's keeping something from us too.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh well, good
Pues
luck
que se
to
lo-
her and
Pues yo que te- mira,
her two-timing
this
relationship.
is my advice to you. Dátelo. And then once you're over it, then you'll be like,
But with her brother-in-law,
oh, sí, ni
Yeah,
modo,
dude,
ni
that's kind of-
and then
modo,
you're gonna
ni
ruin a
modo.
12-year relationship. Okay.
Ay,
Okay,
Dang,
good.
okay.
might as well just do
No,
it right now.
I think
No, ya están con sus cosas de que, just,
Oh,
mira,
that
just
would
do
ruin
it.
the whole relationship,
look.
though.
well, okay, first of all, that
Okay.
would ruin her relationship, which is almost like a
Bueno, it
marriage.
was all this stuff.
And
It's
they would
hers.
ruin their thing. It's not
Right.
exciting anymore.
Bueno.
It's not
Right.
fun.
How are you gonna
Okay.
patch something up if si se da cuenta and then you're gonna be at the family gathering and it's like, I saw your wife naked, and then you're like, like,
How does
Well,
she
you don't
look?
how do
say
you
that.
come back from that? Like,
How
oh,
are you gonna tell it to
Easter
your brother?
morning, you're like,
To her defense, she's a gorgeous woman
okay,
and her body is banging. Like,
okay,
she
okay.
works out, her body's so
bueno, so the
well.
brothers can be like
There's something to
fist bumping.
Hermanos de leche, if you will. No, pero sí, okay. Look, this is my honest advice
that no one asked for.
nobody asked for.
But I'm still
But if
gonna
you're-
give it. Okay.
But if you're listening, look, if you're gonna do it now. Don't do it like
Hasta
5
que,
years
like,
from now.
I
or
say,
anything
don't wait
like that.
another 12 years
Don't
for
wait.
this.
No,
when
no,
you're old
no,
and
wait.
wrinkly,
No,
because it's not going to be the same
what I mean
anymore.
is like just do it now because later on, if you do have kids, or maybe they do have kids already, I don't know. If you already have kids and then you decide to do it after, like let's say you have 10-year-olds, you do it, like what's the example you want to set for your kids also? You know what I mean? Do it.
I mean,
What
the
I
example is
mean-
not doing it at all. The example you want to set for them is not doing it at all.
What I mean is like do it now.
And don't get caught.
Don't get caught. And if you do get caught, do it like don't be wasting your man's time either. Because you're not happy. Because if you're thinking of doing this already, it's because you're not happy.
Well, let me
I
ask.
agree with the last part, just with Gus's last part. You're obviously not happy.
There's something going on there.
But my advice that nobody's asking for either is don't be sloppy. Like, yeah, you have a banging body. Maybe you're not happy.
Cállate.
Maybe you're not happy, right? Whatever. But don't keep it in the family. 12 years is a very long time. Whether you have kids or not, like, I mean, I'm sure you can get the thrill elsewhere. Not that it makes it right. I'm not saying that would be
I was gonna
right.
say.
No, but also don't keep it in the family. Like, tanto hombre. Why the ones in the family? Especially for a person that you've been with for 12 years. I mean, yeah, I know people are like, you shouldn't care about what people think about you, but you've been in this family for 12 years and then they find out.
Yeah,
And
because it's not
And
only
you know
going to
what?
ruin
And
your
it's
that's
always-
a
marriage,
reputation you want to carry for yourself.
everything.
And it's always
yeah.
gonna be the reputation of like the woman. It's
Right.
not,
Yeah.
it's not,
Yeah,
the
it's not
man's
going to be the
reputation.
Right.
guys.
No.
It's going to be her.
Uh-huh.
So
Mhm.
at the end, like, I feel like, by all means, if you're having issues, if you're not happy, if you want the thrill, look for it. But not in the family. Like,
Yeah.
don't do
Pues
it in the
sí, pero
family.
pues ya está ahí.
Okay, unless she feels like this is the love of her life
You're already there.
and things are over with her significant other of 12 years and she's willing to just throw that away. But just keep in mind that she's not going to be welcome in that family anyway.
Uh-huh,
So how
yeah.
good is
So
that
she's
relationship
ruining
going to
everything.
be
Like,
anyway?
I It's not-
I don't think they're looking for a relationship.
Talk to your husband.
Counseling.
How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
And like
don't
we
talk to
said-
no, imagine talk to a husband. Hey, you know what? Like I've been like
Oh, you mean
talking to your
about the
brother.
situation?
Okay. So my advice for it, because even if she might not be asking me for advice, I feel like she
Maybe she's venting it to you. Because who else
Yeah.
does she talk to
yes,
about
so it
it?
was a good time to do it, right?
Uh-huh.
So I feel
But did
what
you ask?
happened.
Did you ask about that? Whenever-
I told her, I'm like, maybe do you think that you're seeking some new like adventure or something exciting? Why don't you guys change up your dynamic? Like,
Right.
you could do like other stuff exciting. And she's like, well, I can tell you that we do have an exciting relationship, but that's as far as it goes. You know what I mean? It's never like, they don't give detail. So it's just I don't know how exciting or what exciting means for them because
Right.
it means different for everyone. What would exciting be to you if you feel like your marriage was kind of getting a little stale? What would excitement mean for you?
You
If
can't say
that's
this
not
on
too
camera.
much. I know I was gonna say if that's not too much to us.
No, for us, what's been working is we go on dates every week, once a week. But
Okay.
it's just like us,
Just you guys
just us, and that's it. And that really helps, like with
connecting
connecting
to each other
again,
again.
and yeah,
because
Yeah,
you
and
guys
that's
do have a lot going on separately that like I could see.
yeah.
And
that's
it's because
what-
when
that's
you've
what
been in a
helps.
relationship for that long, I feel like maybe even this could be happening to her. Okay, you go into this routine and it's
Mhm.
repetitive and repetitive, and that's why it is important to do things out of just new things, so that you don't stay in that constant and then you just get bored. You
Well,
know,
just trying to see with the brother-in-law, you guys aren't in here. That's something
that's what
new.
I'm saying. Like,
What if bringing in a third? Is that a thing?
they're
Bringing in a third.
related. You're gonna get into
I'm-
uno y el otro va a ser igual. So
Sí.
look elsewhere, girl.
Dude, no, hasta creo que el otro es peor. Well, honestly, for what
Okay.
I know, he's great. He's not at all.
But also imagine the trust in that relationship if it ever evolved into anything. How
Right.
it started is the same way it's gonna fucking it.
Right.
Sorry. And
Please tell us how you feel.
You know what's crazy is like, I think also going back to like the whole mental things, we tend to be attracted to like the bad boys. And I feel like she might get some excitement or thrill off of that.
who's we?
Well, me. That's why I'm single, I think. Okay, Lorraine and her choices. I've heard this phrase before.
All right, so let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see
All
what
right.
other
Well, that
cheeses
was
we
the end
have.
of that cheese man. Well, we have a few more. Let's see what comes up here.
Give us a good one.
My married work boyfriend. Who sent this in?
Just kidding.
Okay. Well, let's start off with I have heard that term a lot about the work wife.
Or like
the-
a work
Uh-huh.
husband and shit.
First of all,
things like
very
that.
inappropriate, but I hear it a lot.
Me too.
And I'm like, is that a thing?
I don't
Like,
think
what's
it's
going on?
inappropriate, but
As a matter of fact, I don't know if you guys.
Okay, do
let
you
me
have a
let
work
me
husband?
I
insert
don't.
I work by
I
myself.
work. Yeah.
Same. Let me.
Yeah.
There was this TikTok episode I saw of this lady that submitted. She wanted advice from her TikTok audience, right? And she had said, "My husband cumplió años," and so everybody started tagging him on stories on Insta. And a lady tagged him, "My work husband, this and that," and she posted like little stickers of like zaddy and things like that. So she got upset clearly. And then she asked her TikTok audience, and the people were like, that's not okay. He might be cheating. Like the girls are crossing the line. There's no respect. He's not giving you your place. And then the lady got upset and she said, but I trust him. And then ahí se acabó. What
I mean, all it takes is like for a relationship, for a couple, it's two. It takes two to tango.
Uh-huh.
So only you two know what's going into a relationship,
So you'd be okay if your significant other had like a work husband?
Okay, but the thing is that you're right. Each person knows what is going. Okay,
No,
let's say
we don't tangle like that.
No, you know what?
we salsa.
Exactly. It's more
What? What you're saying is that you don't know if the couple has an agreement.
Like,
Maybe they're open relationship. But in that case, she wasn't. And that's why she's coming
Yeah.
to her public to be like, is this wrong? So she's already feeling something off in
that's
her
another
gut
thing.
feeling.
Don't come to the public and ask. It's wrong if you think it's wrong and it makes you feel some type of way, because that's a conversation
Right.
that you have with your
That's
significant
a
other.
boundary.
So if it makes you feel uncomfortable, it doesn't matter what the audience thinks. Like,
I think for me, it's like, well, who has the ring?
okay. I mean,
Y
it's
luego,
like
who's got the $5
Oh.
ring from Shein?
Or it's like,
Oh, yes.
who has all the money? Who has like house? Who has the cars?
Okay,
Who has the kids?
so you're cool if there's something going on as
Well,
long as you know about it.
More of that is in case it were to go like more of it, then it's like you're losing all these things. You do know that, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
So it's more than just me. You're losing all of this
All of it,
as a
yeah.
package. Honestly, like I always tell people that I know, look, what you don't know doesn't hurt you. I know it sucks, but as long as it's not affecting your household, your finances, and all of that, you could not necessarily that you could put a blind eye, but until you find out, do something about it. 'Cause,
Lorraine's like,
what-
don't be sloppy.
Yo, telling
Don't be
people,
caught.
don't get caught.
My married work boyfriend.
Ahí está. Entonces,
My
¿qué te
married
quiere
work
decir eso?
boyfriend. So I have a boyfriend at work who's married.
Okay.
So the subscriber is la otra. Does that make sense?
Yes.
She's the otra. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
So
And she was la otra for a
okay,
while,
so this is what she told me. She's been working at this place. You obviously start working with your coworkers and everything, and you work so close to them that you guys start creating a bond.
¿Qué tan
I'm not justifying it, but like
It says
it
you
does
do
happen.
spend more of a time at work than at home.
right. So then they started working together. They would do like things that work required them, like tasks that they would have to do for work. And I'm assuming that at that process, they started falling for each other. And then things started getting hot and spicy where it started to get physical.
Was
And
there already a history there?
no, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So it was just like it started. It evolved
it-
as he
it
was already
developed.
in a relationship.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And I think at the time that they had gotten to know each other or that they were working together, and honestly, these are red flags. He was in a relationship.
Right. So it's what he does.
Yeah.
There's a
pretty
pattern
much.
already.
Yes.
Okay, but let's not just blame the guy.
Cheaters
What
cheat.
about the girl? She
Yeah,
knew.
She knew.
about the relationship.
Okay, but so who's wrong?
Pues los dos.
Pretty
Una por
much.
saber. O sea, it's una por saber that they had a relationship. And
Yeah.
then the other one that let
She says things
them
would get really
sex.
hot and spicy in that uh warehouse. They would do like I'm surprised that the place have cameras because like
Bam.
you're
Going to those sites and it's like
like, but aren't you
homemade videos.
scared? Imagine you're like somebody walks in on you or something.
Well, that's
I feel
probably
like
the
that's
thrill.
the thrill of
Dude,
it.
Yeah.
It's the thrill. The thrill.
What kind of thrill is that? Because like I don't know what that thrill is.
The thrill of getting caught. The
I'm
thrill of, like,
scared. If I'm scared, I don't do it.
ay, no, me dan ganas de hacerlo.
And
Ajá.
you think that's what it is for this person?
I think all of us have that thrill inside of us. It just takes something to like
Spark
detonate
it.
And it's
Spark it,
still
yeah.
going on right now? Or this was like something that happened?
Actually, she said, I know that I deserve more than just being like, because
Well, I feel like we're already like towards the end of the story. So
Yeah,
we're at
yeah,
the
yeah.
beginning. Let's go
Excuse
back.
me, ma'am.
Let's go back to the beginning.
So I think that I feel that throughout the process of them like having this affair, because let's call it what it is, she thought that maybe at some point he would leave the wife and like
Ay.
make her the one.
Oh.
He would leave the wife and like make her the one.
Oh.
Como
It's
todas.
fair. It's fair to
We have
that.
some of our audience over here saying.
I said, shout out, we have a live audience.
We have a live audience, and our audience says that was the
¿Qué
worst
dice el
mistake.
público?
Fuera.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much it. She thought that he would leave the wife and that eventually she would become the one. And of course, as a single woman, including myself, sometimes we do miss that human connection or like that chemistry with someone. So it's easy to fall for somebody who gives you the attention that you're so craving.
Right.
You know what I mean? And even though they're married,
But we
you
go,
overlook all of that.
but we do go back to the same thing as the last story. You know, the way things start is usually the way things end. So if he did it to his current wife, even if you became the current wife, wouldn't you always have that in the back of your head when he goes to work every day?
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck are you doing in the warehouse?
And I think
But
that
I think-
mostly it's going to become like an insecurity within herself. Okay, so they did have a kid, and then in the process of, you know, them still seeing each other and everything, she pops up like with another
Like,
child.
out of nowhere. Yeah.
I thought they were sleeping in separate rooms. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Really? How did
But I
that
think-
happen?
El
But I
Espíritu
think
Santo.
also,
Fue obra del Espíritu Santo. Don't get fooled.
but I think also in the story she had said that she had his location and sometimes he would go to her place also.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I don't
Who
think this is
would?
the same
That's-
story.
Oh,
Yes, it is. Maybe it's
the
the same story.
girl would go
Oh,
to the
no.
guys.
No, so the girlfriend had
Uh-huh.
the boyfriend's location and the boyfriend or husband, whatever, would go con la otra a su casa.
So then the wife could see where he was at.
Sí.
Hey, for all we know, they have an open relationship.
Oh, I don't know. Then why hide?
True. I don't agree with the woman, and I
Which one?
told her with this in this particular
La otra or the
no, this
girlfriend?
one. Oh, the other one. I don't agree. I feel like you should know better that that's a man who is like taken. You know what I mean? So you don't want to. And at the end of the day, also for your sake, you don't want to like put that on you. And why do you want this man? You know that if you end up keeping him, he's gonna do the same thing to you.
Okay, well, the next one that we got was Vegas free trip.
I feel like this
Ooh,
is
that's a
very-
good one.
It's good, but it's also very sad.
But I do know that this started with somebody we know that was dating this girl, right? And for all we knew is that they were seeing each other. We were gonna have a trip to Vegas, and it had been in the works for a while, right? We were all gonna go as a group for a particular event out there.
So
and-
it was like a booked in advance.
Yes,
that
it
we've
was booked in
known.
advance. Yes, and this guy obviously they'd been dating for a few months, and I don't know how it is because I mean, you know, I guess he thought he was the only. I don't know if they didn't have this conversation beforehand,
Like
we're
exclusivity.
exclusive
Mhm.
or we're like dating different people. Point is, they're dating. the guy asked her, hey, you want to come to this Vegas trip? It's going to be my friends and me. And she agrees. He buys the trip in advance. Fast forward to like what, maybe 6-7 months later, he finds out throughout that time that she's been dating other people.
Right.
Well, I don't know if she comes forward with it or he finds out some way. So now the question was, I mean, what do I do? Should I take her or not? But keep in mind, when you buy flights and everything,
It's a process
yeah.
to try to change the name.
Well, you can't change the name.
Okay.
Yeah, like that was the issue. So supposedly he was just like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna, it's already done. I guess I'll deal with it. We'll go on this trip and we'll see what happens afterwards.
No man.
Right.
You wouldn't have taken her?
No.
Okay, so
Well,
you would have
if
rather
he's
lose
gonna-
the money.
If he's going to
If
get
we're to-
laid in Vegas.
Right.
If we're
And you already
together,
paid.
no, if we're together, and then I think that we're a thing,
Uh-huh.
and then I found out before the trip que tú me has puesto el cuerno, what makes you think that I'm gonna take you?
But the thing is that we don't know what kind of conversations that we're having.
See, he would bring her around us.
Yeah,
and it was
wasn't
the only
first
girl.
time.
Yeah, it was the only girl he would bring around. So for him, I feel like he felt exclusive, but for her, like again, we don't know what
Kind of
was-
conversations
what
they were
kind of
having
conversation
in the
But
back.
for us, it was like they were exclusive. But apparently, she had another agenda, a hidden
Yeah.
agenda
No, but
behind the scenes.
I feel
Yeah.
But wait, there's more.
But wait.
So they get to Vegas, have an excellent time. She mingles with everyone, right? She got to meet a bigger group. So now everyone was hanging out with her. And so now we kind of like, thought she was part of the group.
Right,
like,
right.
cool, blah, blah, blah. Everyone makes friends with everyone. We fly back. And will you believe this girl gets married within the next 6 months and not to him?
To somebody else, obviously.
Well, duh.
Really.
So she just kind of like,
But wait.
it was a surprise for all of
Well,
us.
for us it was. Pero ella ya estaba planeada, tenía el vestido y todo cuando estaba en Vegas.
See, so she was already like engaged.
Uh-huh. You know what? When we went to Vegas, this girl had to have been engaged. You don't just bust out with the wedding out of like day to night.
I'm gonna tell you what like was so crazy about all of this is that, when we came back, you want to say it or
Yeah, no, go ahead.
when we came back, nobody knew nothing. O sea, everybody went their own way. We lived our life and everything. The reason how I found out that she was engaged and she married someone, she had already married somebody else
Yeah.
completely. But the reason that I found out and she came back to the picture is because unfortunately he passed away. Right? So then they start saying all these like everybody's like, oh yeah, then this person finds out somehow that he had passed away and she's very concerned and she's like, what's going on?
She
How come nobody tells me?
She reached out to somebody from the group asking like, hey, is this true? This is what I've been hearing. And we have to give her the news, right? Which, I mean, it sucked. But at the same time, I was like,
Aren't you married?
right, uh-huh. It was just really weird. I was like, so why? I mean, not that it wouldn't matter. Obviously, they spent a lot of time together. But I'm just thinking like, that was wild. Like,
That was a wild time because some people
it all happened in like a 6-month span,
Yeah,
huh?
dude,
Like
everything
coming back
happened,
from
everything.
Vegas, and then she married, and actually he had actually married right before too.
Oh, that's right.
yeah, and we don't know if it was because it was in fact, also maybe he had been talking to her, but maybe out of spite, or maybe he just felt like it didn't work out with her, so I'm just gonna do the same. But it all happened in like 6 months coming back from
Yeah, so
Vegas,
she got married to somebody else. He got married to somebody else. And then he passes away. And then we all find out that they were still having something.
Oh yeah, through the text message. That was the other thing.
They still had like a
Conversation.
full-on.
So yeah, they were still talking because she even said, I've been hearing these rumors and I haven't heard from him in about a week. And first of all, I'm thinking in a
week. Why?
So you married though. So why are we still talking?
Uh-huh.
But
Like, why
anyway,
would you need to hear back from him?
But that's none of my business. That's not my business. Right. And then come to find out that the reason was because he had passed. And this is already when they were both already married. So
Technically, he
they were
ghosted
still
her.
talking. Well, no mames, way.
But if you guys have any other stories that you guys want to tell us about, send them in to our email, which is chpodcast23@gmail.com. Or you can subscribe to the channel and send us a message through there. Or you can DM me on Instagram, which is Crude&Unhinged, the podcast, @Lorraine.com. That's mine, @_Lorraine.com. Then we have,
My Instagram is gus.vasquez_.
and then we have PIC who stays behind the scenes.
And remember, though, if you didn't hear your story today,
You could
You'll have it.
possibly hear it the
Next
next
time.
time.
yes,
Awesome.
Okay?
won't forget.
That's a wrap, guys. Thank you. Bye.
What is the oddest toy you've ever played with? Or what do you recall as being your first exposure to adult material growing up?
The weirdest toy I've ever played with. Like a Harry Potter one. And Voldemort.
You're such a nerd. Was it like willingly?